Nobody saw it coming when Jackie decided to file for divorce from Doe. After so many years of marriage, years filled with whispers, public arguments, and countless rumors, Jackie's decision caught everyone off guard. But it wasn't just the divorce that left people stunned. Jackie wasn't asking for a small settlement. She was demanding an eye-watering $300 million from Doe, a figure that made headlines across the country. At first, the story seemed simple. A heartbroken woman, tired of the drama and disrespect, was finally standing up for herself. Jackie painted herself as the victim who had endured years of emotional pain, lies, and betrayal. The media jumped on the narrative, portraying Doe as the villain, but Doe knew deep down that there was more to the story than what was being shown to the world. Doe had spent decades building not only his fortune, but also his name. His reputation in the business world meant everything to him. So when Jackie's divorce filing went public, Doe knew he couldn't just sit back and let people believe the worst about him. This wasn't only about protecting his money, this was about defending his character. Without wasting any time, Doe quietly assembled a team of the best divorce lawyers and private investigators he could find. These weren't just any legal experts. These were professionals who specialized in uncovering the truth, no matter how well hidden. As everyone assumed Doe would crumble under the weight of Jackie's accusations, he was already planning his next move. Behind closed doors, Doe's team began digging. What they found left them stunned. Jackie's financial history didn't match the image she had painted of herself. While she claimed to be struggling, records showed that she had been making large, unexplained withdrawals. Significant sums of money had been moved around, and offshore accounts raised even more suspicion. Some of her businesses, which she told everyone were failing, were actually generating unreported income. The numbers didn't add up, and Doe knew it was time to reveal the truth. The day of the court hearing arrived. Jackie walked in confidently, with the media cheering her on and cameras flashing. She looked like someone who believed she had already won. Doe, on the other hand, was calm. He knew what was about to unfold. Doe's attorneys entered the courtroom, carrying boxes filled with documents, bank records, tax forms, business contracts. These weren't just papers, they were proof. As Doe's lead lawyer began laying out the evidence, Jackie's confident smile began to fade. First came the bank statements showing massive wire transfers to hidden accounts. Then came details of properties bought under fake business names. Jackie had claimed she was left broke and damaged, but the truth painted a different picture. The courtroom fell silent as the facts were revealed. Doe's lawyer explained how Jackie had been quietly moving millions while telling the world she was a victim. The judge listened closely, his face growing more serious with every piece of evidence. Jackie's lawyer tried to object, but it was too late. The damage was done. It didn't stop there. Doe's investigators had uncovered even more shocking information. They found emails, phone records, and financial transactions that showed Jackie had been planning this divorce for over a year. She had been preparing a story that would make her look like the innocent wife and Doe the heartless husband. She spread rumors about Doe cheating and disrespecting her in public, all while moving money and making secret deals behind his back. Then came the biggest shock of the day. Jackie's former assistant, Melissa, decided to come forward. Melissa had worked closely with Jackie for years. At first, she stayed loyal, but after seeing what happened in court, she couldn't stay silent any longer. Melissa revealed that Jackie had asked her to dig through Doe's personal emails, texts, and business records to find anything that could make him look bad. When Melissa couldn't find anything damaging, Jackie started making up stories. Melissa admitted that Jackie had even paid small tabloids to run negative stories about Doe to sway public opinion. It was clear now that Jackie had carefully crafted a false image to gain sympathy and money. But Doe wasn't finished. His lawyer had one final piece of evidence that changed everything. A folder was handed to the judge, and inside were emails and phone logs showing that Jackie had been feeding private business information to Doe's competitors. Contracts, client lists, and product plans had all been shared behind Doe's back. The judge's expression turned grim as he read through the documents. This wasn't just about divorce anymore. Jackie's actions had crossed serious legal lines. What began as a messy split was now possibly a case of corporate betrayal and financial crime. Doe stayed composed as the truth came out. Jackie, on the other hand, looked pale and shaken. The judge announced that the case would need to be re-examined and that investigations into potential fraud and conspiracy would begin. Jackie's hopes of getting $300 million were slipping away fast. Instead of a huge payout, she now faced the possibility of criminal charges. Outside the courtroom, everything changed. The public, who once felt sorry for Jackie, turned on her. Social media was flooded with comments, calling her a liar and a gold digger. Brands that had worked with her quietly ended their partnerships. Influencers and celebrities who had supported her before went silent. Her image was ruined almost overnight. Doe, however, kept a low profile. He didn't do interviews or make dramatic statements. He let the evidence speak for itself. When the paparazzi caught him leaving court, he simply nodded at the cameras and got into his car. His focus was on rebuilding his life, not on revenge. Jackie's troubles were far from over. With evidence of financial misconduct and sharing of confidential business information, she could face serious penalties, including fines or even jail time. Meanwhile, Doe's reputation was stronger than ever. Businesses that had distanced themselves during the divorce rumors were now reaching out again. Doe had shown the world the truth without resorting to the same tricks Jackie had tried to use. What Jackie thought was her master plan had completely backfired. She believed she had Doe trapped. But Doe stayed patient, gathered his facts, and let the truth destroy the lies. The world now saw who had really been wronged. Jackie's fall from grace was swift and brutal. Headlines that once praised her for standing up for herself now condemned her for her deceit. Her attempts to win public sympathy had collapsed under the weight of the facts. The betrayal wasn't just emotional, it was financial, professional, and deeply personal. The damage to Jackie's career was impossible to undo. No brand wanted to be associated with her. Public trust was gone, and friends who once stood by her began keeping their distance. Even if she avoided criminal charges, her public life would never be the same. Doe's journey, on the other hand, was one of quiet strength. He didn't need to scream for attention or smear Jackie's name. The truth did that for him. As he walked out of court that day, he walked out with his dignity, his reputation, and his future intact. And for the first time in a long time, Doe could breathe again, knowing that the world had finally seen through the lies. In the end, this wasn't just a story about a high-profile divorce or a massive fortune at stake. It was a lesson about patience, integrity, and the power of truth. Doe showed that no matter how loud the lies, facts will always find a way to be heard. And Jackie learned that manipulation might win you attention for a while, but it can never hide the truth forever. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.